Hello, I'm Chris from the FPL Dude, and welcome back to another FPL Fantasy Premier League video for the 2021-2022 season. In my today's video, I will reveal you my team selection now for Game Week 1. I previously posted a video of me building that first team, so this is going to be an updated version to it. I believe that I have made few changes that you might want to follow. This team was built on statistics and fixtures predictions that you can find on the fantasyfootballfix.com site. This is the #1 artificial intelligence for FPL. It predicts the prices, it predicts the fixtures, it even predicts some players' points. So guys, you should definitely check it out. If you decide to buy a membership, then you get even 65% off from your first purchase if you use the link down below. So you should definitely check it out. You even get a 7-day free trial period. So guys, what are you waiting for? And without further ado, let's begin. My first goalkeeper that I decided to go for, it is going to be the Brighton's goalkeeper, Sanchez. I believe that he's very good goalkeeper to own now at the beginning of the season, mainly because Brighton has had very good defense previously in the last season, and Brighton does not have one of those toughest upcoming fixtures, guys. Sanchez is the perfect player for you, mainly because he even costs 4.5 million as well. This is the main reason I'm bringing him to my team. I'm just going to put him there to be my #1 goalkeeper and forget about the goalkeepers, potentially even till I use the wildcat chip. As for the 3 defenders that I believe I should probably start with, and you should probably do that too, are Dinge, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Luke Shaw. I do believe that these 3 defenders are actually template defenders. They do have very good potential to do good. They did have very good previous season where they were able to get themselves involved in tons of attacking return, tons of clean sheet as well. I believe that is going to happen this season as well. We already know that all 3 of these are actually fullbacks, so they do possess increased attacking potential. So guys, you want to go for fullbacks actually, not for center backs. Center backs might score a goal from game to game, time to time or something similar, but fullbacks are actually players that like to push a bit higher, some fullbacks that is. So guys, if you do not want to go for these 3 particular defenders that I would like to go for, because they do play for very good teams that offer us very good clean sheet potential, but all of these 3 guys could potentially get themselves involved in some attacking return, then you could potentially even go for Cresswell. He's very good attacking minded fullback. You could potentially go for Robertson if you now choose not to go for Trent Alexander-Arnold and you want to choose 0.5 millions. You could potentially even go for Tierney from Arsenal and a few other players, but I believe that these 3 guys are actually essentials for every team to begin the season with. As for my midfielders, guys, this is actually where I feel very excited. This is where I feel very comfortable. I decided to go Jota first. He costs only 7.5 million. He had fantastic season last season. I believe that he's only going to continue to deliver. He did play very good for Liverpool. He did play very good for Portugal now for the Euros as well. This is the main reason I believe that he's actually going to continue to do good. So watch out, Firmino owners. I don't think that Firmino is going to continue to be that #1 striker. As for the next player that I have here is Grealish. He did had fantastic start of the season, then he got injured. That seemed to be the main reason why he stopped earning so many FPL points. But this guy has been phenomenal now for 2 or 3 seasons in a row. He has been playing very good. He's very offensive minded. He does attempt tons of assists. He does attempt tons of shots as well. He does seem to be the key player for that Aston Villa team as well. If you do not choose to go for Grealish, then you should most definitely go for Watkins. My 3rd player now, it is going to be Rashford. I do believe that I could potentially bring in Fernandes to this team, but then I will need to make some sacrifice. I will need to make some changes, and Fernandes did not have that best end of the season. He was not one of those best players for Portugal now. So I am unsure if Fernandes is going to be able to continue to do good, while Rashford is around 2 or 3 millions, cost 2 or 3 millions less than Fernandes. He's very attacking minded himself. He does seem to have settled as a guaranteed starter for that Manchester United team as well. The only difference between these two is that Fernandes is on penalties, while Rashford is not. So I believe that this is going to be the main difference between these two guys for the finals, and I do not want to pay 2 or 3 millions just to be able to bring in a penalty taker. And as for my last midfielder, this is the one that I feel most excited about. It's Mohamed Salah. He's playing for Liverpool. He has been doing wonders now for a few seasons in a row. He's one of those candidates for Ballon d'Or almost every year. That's how good he has been, and that's how good he does perform for Liverpool. Especially now at the beginning of the season, I believe that he is one of those most essential players because Liverpool do have very good upcoming fixtures, and Salah does possess very good captaincy potential as well, but I'm going to discuss that captaincy potential at the end of the video, so stay tuned guys. This time in comparison to last year, I actually decided to go for cheaper strikers. I would go for Wood. He cost 7 millions. He did had fantastic end of the season guys, so 85% of his goals involvement came in the last 15 game weeks. That's how good form he did show in the last few game weeks there, 10-15 games. I believe that he is going to continue to be able to do that. Burnley does not have one of those toughest attacking fixtures, so I believe that Wood is actually going to be able to continue to deliver. The next guy is going to be Calvert-Lewin. He did had fantastic season previously. He did had fantastic start of the season last year as well. I believe that he might be able to do that this year as well, especially because Everton does not have one of those toughest fixtures. But let's just see how things develop. They did not have manager now for a while. I believe that they will be able to improve now before the season start, but let's just wait and see how everything develops. But I believe that Calvert-Lewin is going to stay as one of those most dangerous strikers that is available at the beginning of the season. And as for my last striker guys, I'm going to go for Antonio, if he is not injured, that is. This guy has a very long history of injury, so he might get injured now before the season start, so you should be able to change him out and something similar. But if he gets to start, this guy is amazing. No matter the opposition, Antonio knows his way around every defender. If he plays against Chelsea, if he plays against Liverpool, if he plays against West Brom, does not matter. West Brom have fallen out there last year. But no matter the opposition he has, he does seem to be very dangerous with the ball. He does have power, he does have quality. The only downside with him is that he does get injured very often. So be careful for that. Try to be able to always save a transfer between match day, game week 1 and game week 2. You should probably be able to save a transfer if you are able to make some good plannings, guys. So why not try to do that? These are going to be my 11 starters. I believe that I will have very strong team to begin with. All of them are good players. Most of them play for good teams as well. This is the main reason I believe that I will be able to deliver very good for those opening 5 to 10 fixtures. As for my bench now, guys, I will start with 4 million goalkeeper. I don't really care what that goalkeeper is, as long as he plays for some team that he will not have the need to use 3 spaces. I would probably go for Gunnarsson or something like that. Brentford, 4 million goalkeeper. I don't want to have double goalkeepers because I believe that Sanchez does have very good potential to continue to do good. If he gets to play against tougher opponents, then he might get that bonus for saves made. If he plays against easier opponents, then he might earn you that clean sheet. So yes, I need only one goalkeeper. I believe that you might need only one goalkeeper as well. My first bench replacement now, it is going to be Lamptey. He costs 4.5 million. He was injured around the whole previous season, guys. I believe that he is very good addition to this Brighton team. He's very good and attacking minded fullback. In this case, he costs only 4.5 million. This is the main reason I believe that he is very good to own there as a first bench replacement. My second bench replacement, it is going to be one more of these Brighton players. They're so cheap and starters, guys. You should probably go for a few bench replacement that are from Brighton as well, because they are very, very cheap and they do have very good potential, because they are not one of those worst teams. They might not be able to do as good as Liverpool, Chelsea, or some of these players, but guys, this is not the worst team to target. So Brighton are very good to target, mainly because they do have very good fixtures and they do have very good price. Bissouma is a defensive midfielder. He's going to be used as a second bench replacement, so I don't think that I do have any need for him to begin with. And my last bench replacement, guys, it is just going to be any player that costs 4 millions. I don't think that my last bench replacement is ever going to start, not until I use that wildcard chip in week 4, 5, 10. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but it is going to be something that I'm going to talk about and update you about that as well. As for my captain now, guys, I believe that Salah is the one that is going to be my captain now for game week 1, game week 2, game week 4, and game week 5. While game week 3 is where Liverpool plays against Chelsea. That is going to be extremely tough for Liverpool to be able to deliver, and for Salah to be able to deliver, I believe, as Chelsea did showed very good quality towards the end of the season. They even won the Champions League, guys, so this is going to be extremely tough fixture. So towards game week 3, I believe that this is going to be the time for me to look to bring in Fernandes or potentially Kane as well, depending on where Kane ends up. If he stays in Tottenham, I could potentially go for him. If he goes to Manchester City or Manchester United, and I believe that there are going to be too many players going for that particular player, so his price might rise. So I'm not sure if I am going to be able to bring him in, but that is a plan that I am looking into. If you thought this video was of any help, guys, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out fantasyfootballfix.com. There is a link down in the description. As I've said, you get 65% off your first purchase if you use that link. So guys, check it out. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.